morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode 1429. Happy Friday. It is TGIF. Hey, my banner didn't automatically pop up. We've got one more day left of the 50% off sale. Check it out at 99centcards.com. Through tonight, you will save 50% on all items priced under $20. Use coupon code 50 off under 20. 50 off under 20, the coupon code. Check it out, 99centcards.com. Hey, yesterday I set a goal to sell 500 cards. 500. I don't think I hit my mark. I'm pretty confident I fell short of the goal. But let's see. How many cards did I sell yesterday? Can I break it down to yesterday? No, I can break it down to today. So we got to do a custom 0320. So how many cards did I sell yesterday? Any guesses? I sold 200. I started the sale at about 4 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday, and I sold 251 cards that first day on Wednesday. How many cards did I sell on Thursday? Oh, what a stinker. Oh, not good. I barely sold. I sold just a few more cards than I did on Wednesday. But I think that's when you first pump out the coupon, everybody goes and shops. So yesterday's total, 274 cards sold. Not where I wanted to be, like barely over 50% of my goal. So I did make more money. Well, I sold more cards too, but about actually the monetary difference is about the quantity difference, 9%. I made 10% more in total sales, 9% more in sales via by volume. So let's see where I'm at. We got to hit a 40% year over year growth. January 1st, and we're going to cut it to the 20th. 01/01/2024. Where am I at? Growth wise, year over year, 28%. It was still 28%. Not seeing much growth. Maybe I was back by this point a year ago from spring training. I'm not sure, but I really want to be above 50% growth at this point in time because especially my fourth quarter a year ago, it's going to be really difficult to grow 40% over some of the numbers I put up in October, November, December, and really even in August, September. So we'll see. I grew from 2023 to 2024. I grew, I think, 33% year over year. So right now I'm pacing at 28%, which is not good. So need to hit those sales. Now, here's the thing about the 50% off sales. I sell a lot of volume, but it's, even if it's 10, 20 card sales, you're selling it at 50% off. So the money's not great. But the good thing is I'm also selling a lot of stale, stagnant inventory, a lot of 2025 Series 1 base. I had an order of like 25 cards yesterday of just 2025 Series 1. So while I'm selling them at 50 cents a pop, selling 20 to 25 in one transaction, that's good money for what it is. So 50% off sale ends tonight in my eBay store, 99centcards.com. Go check it out. I'm not setting a 500 sales. I mean, if I could do, since it's Friday, it's the last day, it is a full day. I'd like to hit, I did 274 in volume yesterday. I'd like to hit 275 in volume today. I don't think I will. It's essentially the third day of a sale, and that's when you'll, usually the first 24 hours, second 24 hours, you start to see that decline. And by the third 24 hours, if you're doing 72 hours, you'll really see that decline. That's why I don't do long-standing 50% off sales, because it's front loaded typically on sales, at least in what I've seen. Hey, I want to talk more eBay here right from the drop. It is a free-for-all Friday. We'll talk a little bit about everything. We're going to talk about the brackets. We have one perfect bracket still. 42. I think we had 42 total brackets entered in our bracket challenge. 1 of 42, still perfect. Dennis, congratulations. You still have a perfect bracket, but the tournament is long from over. We'll talk NCAA March Madness day 1 yesterday. A couple upsets, nothing major, no big upsets, at least in my opinion. I want to talk eBay because yesterday, as I shipped in the morning and I shifted tasks to some office-related things, most notably dealing with the United States Postal Service. So yesterday, when I was looking at my items not received claim, in the last 90 days, I had 72. Now, those were not orders. Some of them were volume transactions, but it's like this card, and it's all part of one transaction. But there were 72 total items that were not received. When I drilled down to it, what I also didn't realize when you type in like all orders into your claim section, even if the buyer rescinded their claim because it showed up, it still shows up in your all claims. So there were multiple where the buyer actually said, "Hey, I got it," and deleted or rescinded their claim. So I didn't, obviously no refund, no PIP claim. So I still ended up 24 PIP claims in the last 90 days, which is a little easier pill to swallow. 72, when I saw that number, I'm like, you got to be effing kidding me. This is going to take me an entire day. And it actually, once I got going, and I think this is with any task that you're not completely comfortable with doing, because I don't fill out PIP claims for every non-received claim. If it's $1.50, 99 cents, it's like cost of doing business, right? But if it's a $10 or $15 claim, I will fill those out. So I'm not filling out too many PIP claims. But due to the sheer volume I've had over the last 6-8 weeks, I'm like, you know what? I'm filling it out for every Tom, Dick, and Harry, every 99-cent claim, every $10 claim. And so there were a couple 99-cent claims. But for the most part, they were all like kind of significant. I thought I wrote, I had a notepad here because I wrote down each claim. No. Huh. I thought anyway, I wrote down every PIP claim. It ended up being just under $100 in PIP claims on 24 items. So that's what, average of $4 an item. The most expensive claim was, I think, $18. And then it went all the way down to, there were a few 99-cent claims. There was a $12 claim. I think there was a $15 claim. There was a $10 claim. There were a couple $5 claims, a few 99-cent claims. So averaged out to be about $4 a claim. And there was a bunch of $1.75 and $2.50 claims. So, but I mean, I probably spent not quite an hour working on it, maybe 45 minutes. So to recoup, hopefully they pass through. I'll be pissed if there's a few that get denied. So about $100 for 40, that's over $100 an hour of my time. So I feel that's worth it. If you spend, 10 minutes or 5 minutes on 99 cents, it's like, okay, well, it's not really worth, that's less, around $20 an hour. I'm not really going to worry about that. So, but when it came down to it, I thought it was worth it. I had a back and forth with the unhelpful USPS AI customer service, went nowhere. Now it all works out. I don't know if Steve is with us. Still early in Arizona. Cubs were back in Phoenix, in Mesa. I think there's a game today. So my Cubs for Kids was eventually delivered. I ranted and raised my blood pressure at the end of yesterday's show, telling you all about the trip it took. So I texted my buddy Steve out in Mesa, and he's at like every home game. And so I texted him. I'm like, hey, man, could you do me a huge favor? And my Cubs for Kids finally got delivered, but they sent it to the hotel after all. Can you pick it up and like hand out the Cubs for Kids at the tailgate tent? So he's like, yeah, absolutely. I'll go pick it up tomorrow. So thank you. Thank you, Steve. If you're in Mesa the next couple of weeks for spring training, there was Cubs for Kids, but it was very limited. I think I had 30, maybe 40 packs over the 8 days I was out there. So now there's 100. Now there's plenty for everyone. So Cubs for Kids coming to the Club 400 tailgate tent, hopefully later today. So they were of no help. And they're like, next time you should try Priority Super Express. And it's like, so you want me to pay even more money? No. And I told them, next time, there is no next time. Next time, I'm going with UPS, not USPS. No, thank you. If it's time sensitive, sorry, post office, you suck. I am taking my business to UPS. So now I know, and knowing is half the battle. And that was a battle. So since it was delivered, and I knew this was going to be the case, it's like, well, I opened a missing mail claim. I wanted it there by 3 days would have worked. You told me 2 days. If it was there in 4 days or 5 days, I would have been like, okay, cost of doing business. It was 2 weeks. I could have sent it. I would have sent it ground advantage. It probably would have got there on fucking Tuesday. So, but I know from my background, I didn't know for sure. You never know for sure, but I had a feeling from my days in transportation that even if it's guaranteed, it's not guaranteed. So, at least, and that's the shitty thing in, especially in LTL freight, less than truckload freight, you deal with a company like Dayton Freight, and your customer needs, usually it's like 2 days. It's like 2 days, but you can pay for expedited. You can pay an extra fee in accessorial to get it there, guaranteed delivery by, I need it tomorrow. And you pay $100 or whatever that accessorial fee is, and it's, quote, guaranteed. And it doesn't get there. And then your client is pissed because it stops the production of hot dogs or whatever ingredient they need, whatever the end product was that they needed. And I'm using some of my ingredient clients. And they're pissed. Production stopped on whatever they were making. Now they're threatening, oh, we can't use you. And so we had LTL experts that would talk to the companies, and I'm like, hey, at least like I have to give them, like, they paid for guaranteed delivery. Like, they want all of their money back. I can't give them all of their money back. I could, but I'm not. Especially if it happens over and over again. But I'm going to give them their guaranteed rate. Well, don't do that. Well, wait. They paid me to get it there. Well, we don't know if we're going to get it back. Well, that's terrible business. I am giving them a refund of at least the guarantee, at minimum, the accessorial, the $100 for guaranteed delivery, because it wasn't guaranteed. They didn't get what they paid for. So they talk, well, they can't guarantee it. Well, then what am I paying for? Oh my God, I had a coronary going over this back. And so fuck LTL, Dayton Freight, Old Dominion. Fuck. It's bringing back nightmares from my transportation days. So I knew, and especially, well, it was delivered, and there is no guarantee with Priority. Like, yeah, you should get it in 2 days, but it might be 14. Nothing's guaranteed. And in my experience in the world of transportation, there's no such thing as a guarantee. Even when you're paying for it, there's no such thing as a guarantee. So I knew that was, so it all worked out. At least spring training is still going. And so there's I think 5 games left or something. So at least the Cards will get to kids out at spring training. So thank you again, Steve, for handling that. Oh, and then so I dealt with that a little bit, and then I refiled a Ground Advantage insurance claim. I checked the tracking; it's still lost in transit. I filed a claim a month ago, never heard anything one way or another. So I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to file it again. And so I file it a second time. It's outside the window of filing a claim. Well, I filed the claim inside the window and you didn't do shit about it, USPS. So USPS, not on my Christmas card list this year. So I dealt with that. But and that was like that was like $50 in one transaction. It was a big order that is still lost in the mail. So that's my struggles with the USPS. What else is going on? Let's talk chat. Let's go to the chat, and then we will dive into the NCAA tournament. We are 32? No, 16. 16? Is that right? 16. 32 games. 16 on Thursday, 16 on Friday. We'll take a look at the bracket. Little bragging rights challenge. Andy's here. Good morning. East Coast Tom, what's happening? Good morning. He's off on a Friday. That sounds awesome. David, good morning. Red Lights in the house. Good morning. Philly Joe is here. Good morning. Scott's in the house. Good morning. Early out there for Scott on the West Coast. Mikey is here. Good morning. He's here. He's announcing his arrival. Mark, good morning. Gem City Card Show's in the house. Can't wait to see everyone at the Gem City Card Show, Quincy, Illinois, tomorrow. Check it out. Zach says, hi, new here. I found my searching your name from eBay. I didn't receive my 2025 Topps Corey Lee. Before I open up a claim and shame you online, can you tell me if you actually said it? So I don't know if Zach is being serious or not. Text me if you are. Tracking isn't moving, and I called the post office. They couldn't help. Good morning, Uncle Rich. Tracy, good morning. What's up, that dude from Duryea? Orlando is here. Good morning. Mikey is running running the same 50% off sale in my store right now as well. You're a copycat, Mikey. Johnny, good morning. Zach says, I'll make you a deal. If you get to 274, I will buy the Trout for $4,500 to be your 275th card. That hat logo is hard to look at. It is. Now that you say it, like now that I'm staring at it, it is because of this. It's like it's not. Is it not asymmetrical? Because the tavern, I feel, should be over here, and this thing should split Riley Tavern, and it doesn't. I see it. It's bothering me now. Now I'm staring at it, and it's bothering me. Thanks, John. I'm not going to PIP. I'm writing it off as a loss against my 1099. Good morning, Jody. Zach says, Riley Tavern gets you 50 off under 100 through Easter 2025. Go get your cards coupon code. So, by the way, since this was brought up in a group chat I'm in, the coupon codes may seem like, why? Why is your coupon code 50 off under 20? Because you can't just use 50 or 50 off or 50 sale, because it's most likely used by somebody else, and coupon codes are not specific to individual stores. It's eBay broad, 20 million users, sellers on eBay. So most likely a lot of coupon codes are taken, so they can't be simple. They have to be extremely difficult, which is also why using Card Dealer Pro, there's those codes at the back, because there can't be duplicate SKU numbers using the API or whatever the hell the whatever it is. So that's why there's those unique codes at the end of your SKU in Card Dealer Pro now. John says the defeating part is that it isn't $100 per hour profit. It's all effort just to get back to level eBay hosing the sellers. True, but if I didn't put that hour of effort in, I would not get anything. So $100 getting back to level is better than $0. So I'll take it. Dan, what's going on? Watching you on the TV while I mess with my aquariums. Fun. Low rollers in the house. He says Trump made USPS getting worse since he will fired a lot of USPS employees due Elon Dog. More delayed your sports cards. There you go. So you've declared an armistice on USPS's war on Bo. Gem City says many things are half the battle. Zach says Bo complaining how long it takes someone to ship something when waiting too long to ship it is making this start off Gem Mint 10. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I paid for priority. This is the difference, Zach. I paid for priority shipping. I shipped it on X day to arrive on Tuesday. Shipped it on Saturday to get on Tuesday. I understand it's estimated delivery, but it's estimated delivery. You go to my eBay store. What are my handling? I'm basically, my handling time is like the media mail of shipping. You know what you're getting when you shop my eBay store. I have 3-day handling, 3 business day handling. So if it's a Thursday, it may not ship until Tuesday, but you know that before you walk in. I didn't know it would take 2 weeks for my priority box to arrive in Mesa, Arizona. Had I known that, that's not what USPS told me. USPS told me 3 days, and it was 14 or something like that. I didn't know that going in. Had I known that going in, I would have drove my happy ass a few blocks further and went to UPS. John says, why didn't you just carry the cards on the plane with you instead of sending them? That was an option, but I didn't want to carry 2,000 additional cards with me on the plane. I was there 8 days. I had enough shit to take out to Arizona. So I was trying to, I thought I was doing it the smart way. Oh, I'll just send it through the mail. I don't have to worry about packing it and all that bullshit. And I guess next year I'll just pack appropriately. And I was, in fact, on my way, and this is how much crap I had. My backpack was like, I had my backpack. I had 2 backpacks. I had overhead backpack. I had my carry-on purse backpack, whatever they call it. And then my suitcase. My suitcase, I can't remember what the weight was going to Arizona, but it was heavier coming back. When I first, with everything that I had packed in it, it was 51.5 pounds. I'm like, oh. So the lady, they're like, if you take one thing out, it'll go under. And I'm like, and I took like one of my autograph books out and like squeezed it into the backpack because I didn't have enough space in the backpack for all this shit either. And she's like, oh yeah. And it ends up being like 6 pounds on the scale. Now, this book is not 6 pounds. What is going on with airport scales? It's like, oh, if you take a t-shirt out, oh yeah, that's 2 pounds. That'll get you under. Wait, no, it's not 2 pounds. Oh yeah. Well, sure enough, sure as shit. Zach says, when Bo dips his toe back into his logistics career memory bank, you know a wound was open, right? Nightmares. No one is shipping their vital supply chain shit through USPS. USPS is a skills game. Bitcoin is down 14% in the last month. Have you considered carrier pigeon? We were told to buy a month ago. USPS has decided to use the PSA model of delivery for trading cards. Estimated delivery time multiplied by 3. Bo going to get locked up for mail fraud. Put Capital One as your return address and the mail will get right through. Right. Our bills get here. Don't miss a bill. Wealth tied to Bitcoin profit being delivered by USPS. Good morning, Cooter. He's in Tennessee. Tennessee. March Madness bracket update. East Coast Tom says Mount St. Mary's over Duke. Something about those mid-major schools from Maryland. UMBC, they were the first, beating Virginia. Coppin State over South Carolina. South Kekalak. Mikey says, I launched mine at 3 a.m. this morning. You're still a copycat. Mikey coding while on the 3 a.m. chronic run. My code is the same, I believe. You're a copycat. It's not the same. Mine is 50 off under 20. I think yours is 50 under 20, 50 off 20 under, I think is what your code is. It is different. You'd have a write-off if you didn't put that hour in. Are you running 50% off sales promotions on Collects? No. I only have one card in my Collect store, and it's not 50% off. It's the Mike Trout. I'm also messing with my aquarium right now. Group 8 lifestyle gives you group problems. Carry bags on airline isn't no longer free anymore. That's Southwest. Travel Hack, and probably all of the airlines. Travel Hack, you can ship stuff home from your little trips. Happy Friday, peeps. Zach says, LRS, I was on a plane this week. What you said is false. And that's probably not the first time. Stock market down 2. It's not just Bitcoin. Blame Trump tariffs. I challenged the scales at Philadelphia airports about 20 years ago. They didn't have the calibration stamp on them, and I told them I wasn't paying. Zach says, my comment on shipping your stuff was more tied to you knowing how this works, even if guaranteed. Waiting until the end is a risk. But waiting, and yes, that was, but if I would have waited, if I would have shipped it a week ahead of time, I still wouldn't have had it on time. I still wouldn't have got it when I needed it. And I wasn't going to ship it 2 weeks in advance because I'm led to believe if I did ship it 2 weeks in advance, it would have got there in 2 days. And then it's sitting at the hotel and who knows what's going to happen to it. Well, this guy's not here. We're going to send it back. Because a lot of times it's gambling shipping to hotels. Now, I haven't had, I've shipped stuff to hotels, I don't know, 3 or 4 times when I've been in spring training. And until this year, I didn't have any. Actually, I shipped order of rookies app cards. Got there fine. It took a little longer than normal, but part of that was on rookies. I think they only ship like once a week. So, and it just happened to be late in the cycle. So, but they got there I got those on time somewhat. And all the other previous times I haven't had any issues with sending mail to the hotel from a hotel standpoint but I've shipped cards to buyers to hotels, like they need it for a signing or whatever. And I've had one return to sender, obviously not get there on time. That's usually the case, but John says the whole airport needed to hire a firm to calibrate their scales. I'm group 1 now, so I don't care about scale calibration. Hey, speaking of calibration, back in this was when I was in high school. So we're talking 25 plus years ago. Our county, Henry County, Illinois, their radar guns were not calibrated. And I get apparently, and one of my friends who was smart beyond his years at age 16 or 17, somehow knew this and fought a speeding ticket by asking for their calibration certificate or whatever. And they're supposed to be radar guns 25 years ago were supposed to be calibrated, at least in our state or county, every year. And if they're not, it invalidates. And you can't prove because it hasn't been calibrated. You don't know if it's accurate or not. And if you would show up, and this is kind of going with John's, it's like, well, I just pay the ticket and don't worry about fighting $70, $50 back then, probably speeding ticket. It's like, I was speeding. But Joe and a couple of my other friends went to court and fought their ticket and asked for the calibration receipts. And they were like 4 years out of date. Now, I'm sure once a couple people fought that, they went and got their damn radar guns calibrated. But I don't know if that's still a thing. But back in the late 90s, it was, at least in my neck of the woods. And they had and since they weren't calibrated, they got their speeding tickets thrown out. So, hey, saved them $50. And $50 when you're a junior in high school is a lot of money, especially in 1998. Johnny M says, we'll never understand some buyers. I'm running a 50% off any basketball card to try to get rid of some of it. Buyer offered me $2 on a $3 card he could get for $1.50 if he uses the coupon. Yeah, I had a buyer who I had a $15 card, and this is after I launched my sale on Wednesday night. I had a $15 card, and he sent me an offer for $5. I don't get it. What ended up happening, I don't understand it. I countered at $7.50, which was 50% of $15. He then countered my offer to $9. I'm like, so you want to pay $1.50 more? Okay, I accepted. Thank you. But then the next morning, because that was like Wednesday night, and then yesterday morning, like it was marked sold, but it's not actually sold until they pay for it. And then he used the coupon code on the regular price. So he ended up getting it for $7.50 after all. So I'm like, why did you counter $9? You countered more than my offer. You never know. Bitcoin not supposed to be tied to conventional financial markets. Scale calibration is a real thing. Good business. Mikey says, sorry for copycatting you. I couldn't sleep and I was trying to drive sales and was doing work in my store. Who needs sleep? You don't have to be sorry. Gem City says, Bo can be mad. We are here to antagonize him about shipping decisions. Cooter says, at least you didn't send $2 million of cards to the hotel like those morons last year. Yeah, there's a little difference. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't send a $1,000 in cards. 2,000 Cubs commons, and yeah, that's okay. If I lose 2,000 Cubs commons, I'm okay. I'm not sending, I don't even know if I'd send like a $200 card or $500 card. Certainly not $1 million or $2 million like the Strongsville incident. The Strongsville incident. The Strongsville incident of 2024. Mikey says, thank you, Donald, Davis, and John for your purchases. Low Roller says, why do you get P.O. Box in Arizona? Next time to ship your card, then rely on hotel rooms, because that's a giant waste of money. Why would I get a P.O. Box to maybe send one thing a year to Arizona? Peep says, get a room, ? Paul says, what's up, Paul? He says, next Madison show, you interested in 2 3-row boxes, all football, diamond quarter bin type stuff? I am not. I've got way too much of that stuff right now. Bought some bulk at Jefferson show and picked the good stuff. Yeah, I am not. I have way too much of that stuff. I'm going to be doing a blowout sale in the next few weeks out of my storage unit. I'm just waiting on the weather. And hopefully we get a nice weekend in April, and I'll do a bargain box sale out of my storage unit. Everything's a dime, and the more you buy, the more you save, type of deal. Because I've just got way too much bulk right now. Victor, good morning. Stuke's in the house. Good morning. Alex is here. I send offers out all the time, and then the same buy just pays full price anyway. Yeah, I had somebody, and I just started declining like dollar offers. And normally I just ignore them, but it's like, you know what? I'm just going to decline them. I had somebody, it was like $1.50. They sent a dollar offer. I declined it. They either bought it at full price at $1.50 or countered to $1.25, and I declined it again. And then they ended up buying it at full price. Like, I'm like, it's $1.50. Like, let's stop trying to save a quarter. And then some get cute, like $1.38. It's like, no, it's $1.50. So usually I just offers like that, I just ignore. But if it pops up and it's like, oh, you got an offer, it's like, okay, I'll look at it. Okay, I'm just going to decline that. And it also saves them the effort of sending me a message. Hey, did you see my offer? Yeah, I did. And if I liked it, I would have accepted. Chris, good morning. Bo is going to sue USPS for lack of calibration, claiming emotional distress. It did. It caused me severe emotional distress. Donald, good morning. Mikey says, how do you send more offers on eBay than the few that it says to send on the app? I don't think that's possible. You're up to, you've got to, I don't think there's a way. eBay tells you how many offers you can send or who you can send the offers to. So there's not a way around that. RS Math, good morning. I'm late to the chat, so I don't know if you had a hotel package update. Oh, you want to bring this back up. But I had the idea that Ethan should pick it up and have him give them out to kids over the next few weeks. So I mentioned that yesterday. I'm like, man, maybe I'll have Ethan go pick them up. So no, actually my buddy Steve is picking them up today. There's still some games left. So my buddy Steve, who pops into the chat every once in a while, Steve is picking them up. He's going to take them over to the Club 400 tailgate tent. I don't know if today's a home game or not at Sloan, but I think it is. So Cubs for Kids, finally, after a few weeks delay, is going to be available. Mikey says, how did the PIP claims go? So I submitted 24 total PIP claims. I haven't received any updates. Usually takes about 24 hours. Let's see. No updates via my email. Let's go to PayPal. I did receive them. I did receive the confirmation that they were submitted successfully. Now, I have a feeling they're going to, because there's so many claims, 24 in one, I have a feeling they're going to be a-holes about it. We'll see. Usually they go through without any issue, but all right, let's see. So I had one for $4. This one was $1.50, 99 cents, $1.60, $1.57, 99 cents, $2, $1.50, $3.75, $12.25, $1.75, another 99 cent, $1.75, $1.75. That might have been the same one. $2.50, $18, $12. There's the big ones. I think that was all. So we'll see. It was around noon yesterday, 11 o'clock noon yesterday. So usually it's right around the 24-hour mark when they start going through if they're accepted. Out of 24, I have a feeling there's going to be a few that will be fought or declined just because of the sheer numbers. It's a numbers game. Dan says to Cooter, any interest in a Darren Ruff game-used Samsung Lions bat hat and cleats, or know anyone who might? Darren Ruff. That's very random. Donald says, you're welcome, Hall of Fame card collector. Paul, 10-4, saw Chicago was the usual suspects and hit Jefferson up since it was closer and about 3/4 new dealers. It was fantastic. Yeah. I was in Chicago, but there was some great bargain boxes in Chicago, even on Saturday afternoon. I would have liked to hit up Jefferson because those are kind of like the Columbus show a few weeks back. Some of those new shows will have, especially in towns like Jefferson and Columbus that don't have shows, will have, a random dealer, a one-off dealer that might just be blowing stuff out. So I like finding those shows. Every other show, it's going to be the usual suspects. And, obviously some of the usual suspects, put out new good stuff each show. But you kind of have a feeling of what's going to be in there. Donald says, thanks, Bo, for the Luka deal. Donald bought a Luka rookie out of my eBay store. Thank you. I appreciate it. Dan wants to know if Victor is on social media. Mikey says, I have a good question. I have a Flair refractor of $199. Do I sell it on eBay or wait for Mania and hope she wins? If it's this year's 2025 Topps Chrome, absolutely save it. Absolutely save it. Though, somebody, I think Johnny M in the chat yesterday sold a refractor for like $25. You can kind of hedge your bets and sell it now for, although it's of $199, that's, what's the, WWE Topps Chrome buyback, because the number I think might be more money. All right, WrestleMania. We got Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, Gunther, and Jey Uso. All right, so here's the page. So base cards and image variations are $20 in buyback value. Numbered grade. Wow. Ooh, hold on to it. Numbered greater than 100, the buyback is $100. So you're of $199, the buyback value is $100. So if you could hedge your bets and maybe get 60 or 70 right now, might be pushing it, but on pure speculation, I would sell it. I would not sell it for less than $50. Now, if she loses, it might only be worth $20. So you're kind of, it's kind of a gamble. I would say if you can get more than $50 today, sell it. But if you can't get to that $50 mark, I'd say it's all about running the numbers. So that's kind of where I'm at. You do you. But that if she does win, the buyback value is $100. Cooter says, sorry, Dan, don't have room for memorabilia and don't personally know anyone who would be. Mikey says, I also have a Becky Lynch auto refractor and a Charlotte Flair auto gold Topps Chrome of 50. When do you think is ideal to sell them in your opinion? Now, right now. Especially it's a newish product. It's been out for a month now. Sell that stuff right now. Absolutely. Especially with Charlotte Flair going into WrestleMania. Now is the time to sell Charlotte Flair outside of the buyback. Then you've got to kind of weigh, okay, do I want the money now? Do I want to hedge my bets? Or do I just want to set it aside and hope she wins to get that full value on the buyback or near full value on the buyback? Paul says, guy goes, my wife wants the shelves back. So bought three-row boxes. Found a 98 star rubies inside one. Doubled my money instantly. Very nice. Johnny M says, how many cards do you put in the Cubs packs, Cubs for Kids packs? I may bring team sets to opening day to sell in the parking lot for Mets and Yankees. So it's just 10 random Cubs, current Cubs, and they're not all just Cubs cards as far as, there's Kyle Tucker cards. He doesn't have any Cubs mainstream cards. So there's Kyle Tucker Astros cards. There's Dansby Swanson Braves cards. But it's all current players and prospects. But there's 10 cards per pack with the Cubs for Kids sticker, and obviously they're free. So that's what I do. Johnny says, I usually sell singles for $1 each, but may move to team lots for $5 each. Yeah. Mikey says, I'm just scared Tiffy is going to win. Yeah, I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just kind of how you feel. If you're happy getting $25 for it today, sell it today. If you feel that she's going to win, Charlotte Flair's going to win, and you could get a, $85 if you sell it on eBay, or $80 selling it on eBay in a few weeks, I'd wait. So it's really up to you. And there is no right answer. There is no wrong answer. It's kind of like, well, I feel like she's going to win. She's going to lose if I can make this money now, because obviously when you get into the refractors and the serial numbered stuff, if she loses, it's not going to hold the same value. That's why I'm holding on to the base card. It's a $2 card today. Maybe I can get $5 or $10 for it now based on the speculation. We looked yesterday, there weren't any sales, or I think there was a sale for like $5. But if she loses, it's back to a $2 card, and I'll just, I'll probably end up just putting it in a quarter box if she loses. But if she wins, and hell, who knows? Maybe I'll put it at auction leading up to WrestleMania and let the auction market decide. So yeah, so it's kind of however you want to take it. Low Roller says, sell your Triple H game tickets now. So I'm going to start hyping that up because Triple H is going into the Hall of Fame. I have his debut ticket stub. I've got some decent offers. I've got some offers that before I got it slabbed, I absolutely would have taken in a heartbeat. In fact, I think my offers were what I had it listed for Raw. And now I've got those offers coming in. And I'm just kind of holding off until we get closer to WrestleMania. And it'll be a nice sale. It'll be a good sale. I mean, for a ticket stub that's in beat up condition that I've had for 30 years, 1995, I think, April of 94. We're coming up on the 30th anniversary. In fact, we're 1 month away. I think it was April 25th, 1995, that event. Where we at? Orlando, congrats to Paul. Nice find. Paul says, LOL. A guy goes, I picked all the Peyton and Moss rookies. It was a 98 box. Narrator's voice. He did, in fact, not pick out all the Peytons. Found a 98 Bowman Chrome in a brick. Ooh, I love it and I hate it all at the same time. But hey, even a Peyton 98 Bowman Chrome in a brick is an awesome find. Mikey, sell the damn card now, says Max. The downside isn't worth it. Sub $5 card if she doesn't win. Put it up for a bill and take offers. Put it up for, I would say, I would even go less than that because the buyback is 100. So you're probably not going to get full value. Put it up for like 90 or 85 or best offer and just field offers. And that way you don't have to sell it. And if you get a $75 offer now, I'd say absolutely take it. Because even if she does win and it's a $100 buyback, if it's on eBay, you're probably at most going to get $80 to $85 for it at most. So if you could get like 65 or 70 today, fuck yeah, take it. So throw it on eBay now, put it at $85 or $80 best offer, field offers. And if you get $60 to $70 offer, absolutely take it. Low Roller wants us to do March Madness tickets update. Oh yeah, we're going to play Name That Player. I've got a stack of cards for Name That Player. We got to look at the bracket. Mikey, I would put it on eBay and buy it now, $50, no best offer. I would go higher than that. Because you might get offers above $50. WWE base card buyback, how much? $20 for the winners. Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton in one match, Gunther and Jey Uso in the other match. Winners buyback base cards are $20. Johnny M says this is the time of year to sell any WWE cards. They are never hotter than the 2 months leading up to WrestleMania. Low Roller demanding we give him the March Madness bracket update. Let's do it. Let's see. We can share the screen. So here we go. We're going to share the screen. So here are the brackets. So I think there's 42 brackets. I'm in 11th place. I got 12 out of 16 games correct. Look at Dennis. Dennis has a perfect bracket through day one. The only perfect bracket in our challenge. Only 1 out of 42. Oh, 37. There's 37 total brackets. I think the people I called out yesterday did not get their brackets finished. So 37 total brackets. Dennis has a perfect bracket. 1 out of 37 perfect brackets. Tim got all but one game correct. Bucky Bob. Oh, there's a whole bunch with 14. Bob, George, John, David, Joe, Sheena, all with 14 out of 16 correct day one. Cameron, Low Roller Scratcher, you got 13 correct. Myself, Eric. Oh, Eric. Hey, he got his picks in. Bo, Eric, SoCal guy, Jason, Joe, Kevin, Nate, Scott, Andy, Tracy, Brandon, Max, M, all got 12. All right, now we've got to embarrass the last place. Chris and two Chris's. Man, if your name is Chris and you filled out a bracket, you're at the bottom. Chris M and Chris B, you're at 9 points. But hey, the good thing is, as the rounds move on, you get more points. So you have a chance to get out of the basement. In historically, most first round winners don't fare well in the end. And maybe they'll finish in like the top 5, but usually those that finish high after the first round kind of sink toward the middle. So it's a lot of fun saying, hey, I got a perfect bracket through day 1, but it really counts in the later rounds where you get more points. So for 1 point per game in the first round, and then I think it's 2 points in the second round, 4, 8, 16, 32, so on. I think the winner gets 64 points, I think. Let's see. So there's your March Madness bracket update. Low Roller Scratcher put pretty good showing on day 1. We'll see how day 2 goes. What do we got for let's see. What's the bracket look like? Here, let's share the screen again. So this is my bracket. And you can see everybody if you're in the challenge, you can see everybody's bracket. So today we've got why is this not updated? Oh, there we go. That was weird. It still had the Michigan Yale games in progress. All right. So today we've got North Carolina versus Ole Miss. I'm going Tar Heel. I got the Tar Heels in the Sweet 16 coming out of the first 4. We've got Iowa State versus Lipscomb, and now they have the bracket times. I didn't see those yesterday. We have Marquette versus New Mexico. Tonight we have Michigan State versus Bryant in the late game. We've got Florida versus Norfolk State tonight. UConn versus Oklahoma. Colorado State versus Memphis. We've got Maryland versus Grand Canyon. Over on the other side, we've got, oh man, Illinois Xavier's a late game tonight. That sucks. Kentucky versus Troy. What are the early games? Alabama versus Robert Morris is an early game. St. Mary's versus Vanderbilt. Arizona versus Akron. How could it seems like there's all these late games? Where are the freaking day games? Arizona, Akron, Oregon versus Liberty. Okay, here's a day game. Mississippi State versus Baylor. Duke versus Mount St. Mary's, also a day game. So what's the first game? The noon games. Oh, so this would be Mississippi State Baylor would be 11:15. So that's the first game. Mississippi State Baylor. All right, so there you go. Where are we at? Max says 50 is what the last couple sold for. Why not put it higher after the announcement? Yeah, absolutely. What let's see. What did the 2025 Topps Chrome Charlotte Flair of 199? So there's one listed for $60. Let's just share the screen. Oh, we want to share this tab instead. So there's one listed for $60. Here's one listed for $40 plus shipping. They're hedging their bet. So they're just those. Let's see. And he sold. So one sold for $54 after shipping. Most recent sale. And then this one sold, got a best offer in. I think if I were, I would put it at 75 right now. 75 or best offer. If I had a 199 Charlotte Flair, I'd put it for 75 or best offer. And I'd probably take anything 60, between 60 and 75. I guess I could put it up for 60 with no best offer, but I'd do 75. Maybe even 80. Who knows? Where are we at? Johnny says, did you see the Sandberg card with the penny in it I posted on Hobby Evolution? Can't locate another one. Any idea of value? No, I did not. So in the Hobby Evolution Facebook group, let's see. Is it the baseball? What was it? Baseball Treasures they did coins. Hobby Evolution. All right. Oh, yeah, here it is. I'm going to like it. Ryan Sandberg coin. Uncirculated Lincoln sent. Authenticated ink. I don't know. It seems like one of those. There was a company that did baseball. It was like Baseball Treasures. They did coins, although it wasn't like an actual. It was a coin they made. What was it? Authenticated ink coin card. Let's see. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch on eBay. No Sandbergs, but I wouldn't say it's any more rare than anything else. There's a Mariano Rivera, $10 plus shipping. So it looks like there's a whole bunch of random. There's a Gretzky, Kimbo Slice, Shoeless Joe Jackson, Willie Pep Boxer, 1942 coin, $10 sold. Roger Clemens sold for $750. I don't see any Sandbergs, but I would probably place it. It looks like it's a company that did these coins. Probably $20 or so. I would say I would put it in a hell. I would put it in one of the Sandberg. There's a Ryan Sandberg Super Collector Group, and put it in there like $50 or best offer in the Facebook group, and take offers. They're probably going to use the same comps on Gretzky and Clemens, and it might end up only selling for $10-15, but it's worth a shot in that group. Sheena says, good morning. Glad I snuck into the bracket league. Thank you for joining. About Tiffany, says Low Roller Scratcher. Look, Tiffany of 199. Don't forget about SmackDown WWE. They should be buyback too. There's only 2 buybacks. It's Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair and Jey Uso versus Gunther. Only those 2 are the buybacks. They officially announced it. So those are the 2 matches. The winners of those 2 matches are the only buybacks. So that comes straight from the horse's mouth, Tops. All right, let's play Name That Player. Let me get my YouTube up. Hit the like button while we're here. Subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. All right, like button hit. All right, YouTube is up. We've got kind of a wide variety, baseball and football today, kind of a wide variety. Let's go. It's been a couple weeks. It's been like, how many weeks has it been? 2? Because we did not play Name That Player. Did we play? I don't think we played Name That Player last Friday. And 2 weeks ago, I was in Arizona, so we did not play then either. So here is the leaderboard. Max with the lead, tied with Michael. Michael and Max at the top with 35 points. And then we go to Uncle Rich at 13. Scotty Dubs and Dave Arnold tied with 11 each. And then we've got a tie in double digits between Peter and that dude from Duryea with 10 points apiece. So let's start it off. We're going back to the 60s. Now, it's not a 60s card. It's what year was this put out? It's a 2001 card of a 60s player. Can you name that player? I bet Cooter could name that player. And I'm going to pronounce this guy's name correctly. It is not Ichiro, but it is Juan Marichal. That dude from Duryea. That dude from Duryea with the correct answer, Juan Marichal. Oh, wait, that dude from Duryea. I put the wrong name up. SoCal guy, you were second. That dude from Duryea with the point. And you now are in a tie with Dave and Scotty Dubs. 11 points for that dude. All right, do that. And next up, we're Modern Baseball. Modern Baseball. Modern baseball. Minnesota Twins. Uncle Rich missed an old timer. Jenkins is correct. Walker Jenkins, Max with the point, and he breaks the tie. Walker Jenkins. Max was first. And he is at 36 points. All right, next up, football. Mikey, you were second. Max was first. Mikey put Walker in second. All right. Green Bay Packers. Who is this guy? You got to know faces for this one. Ahman Green. Ahman Green. Max with the point. Where's Michael Renicky? I thought Michael Renicky would have got that. Max with the point. 37. Oops. And we go to baseball. This is an easy one. I think overall today's cards are really, there's a couple difficult ones. For the most part, they're really easy. All right. This is another easy one. Junk Wax era. It is not Mike Trout. But it is Andre Dawson. Max with the point. Andre Dawson. I would have accepted Hawk. I would have accepted that, but let's see. That dude was second with Hawk. Rich was third with Dawson. Max starting to run away. All right. Next up, football. This is kind of tricky, but if you know the faces, it's pretty easy. It is Warren Moon. I think Uncle Rich was first. Let's see. No, Max was first. Scotty Dubs with Mon was second. Warren Moon. $39 for Max. All right, next up. Oh, we got more archive. Another Archives Reserve. Another old timer. 2001 card of a 60s player, Detroit Tigers. Mickey Lolich. Max gets the old timer. How about that? Mickey Lolich. I feel like Max has a camera behind me. Let's see. Let's go to the... Rich was right behind him. Let's confirm. Max was first. Rich was second. Dave was third. Max at 40 points. All right, next up. I don't think Max is going to get this one. Wonder Bread. Wonder Bread. Offensive tackle. Chargers. It is Owens. Uncle Rich with the point. Terry Owens of the Chargers. right, Uncle Rich with the point, and he is now at 14. Long way down in 14th or in third place. All right. People for a while thought he looked like Hulk Hogan. I can see that. He definitely does look like a young Hulk Hogan. Absolutely. If you've seen Hulk Hogan in his very early wrestling days or pre-wrestling days. All right. Here's a gimme, an absolute gimme. Are you ready? Is everyone ready? Because every single person is going to know who this is. Are you ready now? Go. Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson. Max with the point. $41. Too bad that wasn't the next card. If that would have been Max's 42nd point, we should have just given the game to Max. If that was point 42, like, okay, Max, you win. If that was point 41. All right, next up, modern football. Modern football. In his college uni. Who's going to know this one? It is Smith. Devontae Smith is correct. Max with the point. Didn't even have to give the clue. Played for the Eagles. There's number 42 for Max. All right, next up. Another Giant. Another Giant. Who's this guy for the San Francisco Giants? Wrong Giants, Mikey. Brandon Belt is correct. Max, I believe, with the point. A lot of people, Max was first, Rich was second, Dat Dude was third. Brandon Belt. $43 points. It's been a near sweep. I think Dat Dude from Duryea got the first point, and it's been all Max since. Oh, wait, no. Uncle Rich got Terry Owens. My bad. As I pick up another Wonder Bread All-Star. Here you go. Rich might be the only one that knows this one. Redskins. Safety. With the Wonder Bread All-Stars. This guy also played for the Houston Oilers. It is not OJ, but it is Ken Houston. Uncle Rich with the point. East Coast Tom knew it. Ken Houston. Hey, Scott Hermanson knew it too. So did Dave Arnold. Hey, 4. Uncle Rich with point 15. All right, two cards left, both baseball. Both baseball. For this one, because this one's pretty easy, so I'm just going to tell you this one is a White Sox card. It's a kind of easy White Sox card. Those are not Town Talk cards. I have checked each one. I have a whole stack of them. They're all Wonder Breads. Ken Houston, Hall of Famer. So next card is a White Sox. It's not Frank Thomas. It's not Luis Robert. It's not Ozzie Guillen. It's not Albert Bell. It's not Eloy Jimenez. It's not AJ Pierzynski. It's not Ken Griffey Jr. It's not anybody named Roberts. It's not Paul Konerko. It's not Sammy Sosa. It's not Blackjack McDowell. It's not Michael Jordan. He's a pitcher. It's not Jose Abreu. It's not Luke Appling. It's not Ron Santo. It's not Wilbur Wood. White Sox pitcher. Not Bobby Jenks, which is a terrible story. Bobby Jenks battling cancer sounds like he's kind of in the end stages of his life. It's not Mark Burley. It's not Dylan Cease. It's not Hoyt. It's not Billy Pierce. He's still active. He's still a pitcher in Major League Baseball. Let's see. We got a lot of names coming in. It's not Steve Stone. It's not Steve Carlton. Not Richard Dodson. All right. I'm going to show you. It's not Jeff Samardzija. Here it is, the White Sox pitcher. Not Garrett Crochet. Not Mike Soroka. It's not Ken anybody. It's not Jim Parquet. It is Chris Sale. Max says he said it way up there. Oh boy. There was a lot of names coming through. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? Okay, let's see. I got Thomas, Lewis, Guillen, Bell, Eloy, Pierzynski, Griffey Jr., Roberts, Canerco, Sosa, Ventura, McDowell, Jordan, Abreu, Guillen, Sale. That dude from Duryea got it. That dude from Duryea. That's the only Sale I saw. The only Sale I saw. And Max said it second. So, oh, wow, I missed two of them. So that dude from Duryea said it first, and then Max said it. My apologies, but that was fun. we got to reminisce a bunch of White Sox players. That dude from Duryea with the point. And that is point 12. So he breaks that jam up and moves up the board. Sole possession of fourth place now behind Uncle Rich. All right. And we've got one left. One left, and it's a Pittsburgh Pirate. It's not Paul Skeens. I will show the card because this is going to be a little different. You could probably name 100 Pirates and not get this one. Let's see. Okay. It's not Roberto Clemente. Roberto Clemente would probably be one of the first that you would say. All right. Oh, shit. It's one of those with the autographs at the bottom. So if you know which sets have autographs at the bottom. All right. Here we go. Has anybody, before we get to it, let me go back to the top here and see. It's not Jose Lind. That's a good guess. Tony Womack, Jose Lind. This guy was better than those players, but you're on the right track. Okay, it's not Keller, Cruz, Cabrian, Stargell, McCutcheon. Not Clendon. Ooh, Clendenon is a good guess. It's not Sanguillen. That's another good guess. It's not Maz or Foley. It's not Orlando Merced. I like that one. It's not any of the Alus. King, DeColvey, Freddie Sanchez, Parker, Madlock, Sanguillen, Hebner, Ray, King, Ellis. Oh, did we get it? Did we? No. Where am I at? Hold on. There might have been. This is kind of more fun than actually showing the card. Where are we at? Okay, back up. Sanguillen, Hebner, Ray, King, Ellis, Mario Mendoza, Ott, Jack Wilson, Bell, Stargell, Cash, Garner, Tommy Sant. None of those. So here we go. It's a vintage player. Let's see. It's not Kirkpatrick. It's not Bay. It's not Stennett. Not Marte. It's Manny Mota. Dave Arnold. Manny Mota. Manny Mota on a 67 tops. Dave Arnold with the point. Where are we at? Dave Arnold. And Dave, I think now, does Dave tie? Dave moves into a tie with that dude from Duryea. Tie for fourth. Move him up the board. And he leapfrogs Scotty Dubs. All right. So Max with a big run today. Moves up to 43 points. Michael Renicky absent today. Still at 35. Uncle Rich is in third place with 15. Dat Dude from Duryea and Dave Arnold now tied for fourth with 12 points apiece. And Scotty Dubs in sixth with 11. Peters in seventh with 10. Eighth place for Matt Like. Ninth for Card Hobbyist and the Minneapolis Kid. So there you go. There are your standings. Name that player. Rich says, thank you. Meeting a friend for coffee. There you go. Please. Scott says I was first. Where's Scott at? Scott says Uncle Rich was first. Do we have to take a point from Dave? Oh, I think Uncle Rich was first. I think we've got a scoring change. Rich Klein was first. Dave was second. SoCal guy was third. Scott Hermanson was fourth. We've got a scoring adjustment to make. All right. So we've got 16 points for Uncle Rich. And Dave drops back to 11. All right. So now here is your updated scores. Max and Michael still in first and second. Uncle Rich adds a point at the end on a challenge call. And he's in third with 16 points. Dat Dude from Duryea retains sole possession of fourth place with 12. And Dave sinks to a tie with Scotty Dubs with 11 points after that challenge. All right. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and visit my eBay store, which is not scrolling, but it's 99centcards.com, and you can save 50% off in my eBay store through tonight. Around midnight, I think, is when the sale ends. 50% off sale ends at midnight. Use coupon code 50OFF20 in my eBay store. Trying to get to 275 sales. My goal yesterday was 500. Failed miserably. Only sold 274 cards after a 254 sale day on Wednesday. So let's where are we at on sales today? We've made a few sales today already. Need to make a lot more. 275 is the goal. And where are we at on sales? 50% off. There's around 100,000 cards in my inventory, so there's plenty to shop from. My sales dollar amount is not good. Let's see. Today, let's generate that report. Ooh, only 13 cards sold today. Ouch. Hit it up, 99centcards.com. We're way off the mark. We've got to make some sales. Speaking of 99centcards.com, new auctions started last night. There's some really good stuff added to my auctions that began last night. Let's go take a look real quick. Auctions ending soon. Let's share this page. Is this there? Here we go. So here's what's up for grabs. We've got some Ellie De La Cruz, Jackson Holiday, Jackson Churio, a couple Julio Rodriguez rookies. We got Paul Skeens, all 99-cent auctions. We got some Otanis, Will Clark, the rookies, Gunnar Henderson rookie, Ken Griffey Jr., first Chrome Roman Anthony, my first Bowman insert of Bobby Witt Jr. We've got color Bryce Harper, Mojos of J-Rod and Witt, Brooks Lee first Chrome, some Bowman draft. There's my guy, Matt Shaw, CJ Stroud. We've got a Mike Trout. No, that's not a rookie card. That's the Burger's Best Mike Trout. Hey, we've got an SI for Kids lot. 100 different Sports Illustrated for Kids cards, the originals from 89 and 90. 100 cards total. I think the last 100 card lot of SI for Kids sold for like $60-$70 somewhere in there. Maybe 50, I can't remember, but we're at 99-cent opening bid. The Otto Graham 54 Bowman is up for bid, 99-cent auction. Kyle Tucker Topps Chrome rookie, a refractor lot, 100 different refractors. That's up for grabs. A Kyle Tucker Topps now. Hey, if you're a hockey fan, Dale Haverchuk, is that how you pronounce his name? I think he's a Hall of Famer. 100 different Dale Haverchuk cards from 84-85 Topps. We've got a WCW Great American Bash ticket stub, super rare. And it does have a bid of 99 cents. This is my own personal ticket from attending the Great American Bash at the Mark of the Quad Cities back in 1997. Ken Griffey Jr. Skybox Thunder Rant SP. We've got a Blake Snell Chrome Refractor rookie card. In Ernie Banks, 69 tops, 99 cents. Pearl Jam lot of 30 cards from the 2018 Wrigley Field concerts. We've got a Dylan Cruz relic. Will Howard. There's a Paul Skeens refractor. We've got a Mookie Blaylock autograph. Tomoya Masaki orange refractor numbered out of 25. Here's a Wisconsin Badgers women's basketball ticket stub against Pat Summitt's Tennessee Volunteers from 1996. CJ Abrams City Connect relic, another orange refractor out of Topps Chrome NPB. Travis Bazzana first Chrome. So some really good stuff. Paul Pressey autograph out of Star. Blake Snell first Chrome. So there you go. A lot of good auctions. Check it out, 99centcards.com. And Scott says, yay, auctions. They're back. Scott loves my auctions, and I love you, Scott. You buy a lot of my auctions, so I appreciate it. And I've got a lot. I went through a box of color and refractors last night watching basketball. I'm going to be throwing around 500 refractors in color up for auction, 99-cent auction in the coming days. So there's going to be a lot more auctions here in the next few days. Got to ramp up, got to grow 40% over 2024. We're going to do it through some auctions. So help me out, 99centcards.com. Oh, it's on the, it's right here, right there. There you go, 99centcards.com. All right, I'm going to go make some coffee, take Ernie to daycare. Like and subscribe, shop my store. Have a great Friday. I'll be live both Saturday and Sunday this weekend. No shows for me. So we'll do this at about 8:30 tomorrow morning. See you tomorrow.